Recording, starting the stream. Just give it a second to catch up.
Will we live?
We are live. All right.
Bruh.
You're listening to the Substation Gaming Podcast. I'm Lucas. With me, I have Black Chestnut
Hello.
and Ricola.
Hi.
All right. And today we're talking about mostly Gamescom, but we got a couple other topics we're talking about. We got some Metroid Dread news and some Elden Ring news. But without further ado, let's jump right into Gamescom.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
So we're basically
Revolve.
just gonna. There was so much stuff at Gamescom. Like, I'm sure if people are looking on YouTube, there's probably like 7-hour videos up of stuff that was all
Yeah,
announced.
I feel like 7-hour videos of like the actual events and shit.
Oh,
Exactly.
don't worry. There's probably longer videos of discussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But,
we picked like a small group of games that we thought were really good in our opinion and that we would love to talk about. So that's what we're doing.
Well, less of that and more like we just picked the most important stuff.
Yeah,
You
let's
know.
not
Pretty
say
much-
all these games are good.
Yeah,
That's
because there's
misleading.
definitely a couple of games on here that I absolutely hate.
Okay. Well, what do we got for our first one then?
But before we actually go into discussion about the games shown off, do you want to just talk about the convention as a whole?
Sure, why not?
'Cause, yeah, it was all online this year. I'm pretty
For-
sure they usually do a bunch of stuff in person for Gamescom. I don't know. I've never been.
For anybody who didn't know that, it was all virtual
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they
'cause-
had like a cool web page thing where you can walk around like a fake convention hall. It was like a neat little browser game. I don't know. I didn't really try it out much.
yeah, I was.
I was like, I don't have time to mess around with all this shit.
It was kind of cool what they were trying to do with it, you know.
Yeah,
But
they got Jeff Keighley to come on and do the big opening event. It was really long though.
yeah,
Like especially the opening event was like 2 hours long, and it definitely felt like it could have been cut in half.
yeah, I felt like
virtual cons work, but this feels like weirder. This felt like more like they were trying to be like a Game Awards thing, which
Yeah,
just cut it at that point. Like,
yeah, it
just-
felt kind of like a Game Awards. It felt kind of like
yeah, that's what I was gonna
it
say.
reminded me a lot of like the PC gaming show at E3 that they do. You know,
Right.
just really long with like games you've never heard of before and you will never hear again. You know,
yeah.
I felt like a lot of the filler was just BS and did not need to be in there. Like, you know,
well,
some fillers.
I wouldn't go that far, but there was definitely some BS filler, and what I mean by that is when I say like stuff that's just not video games.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
completely.
so we're on the same page. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, did we need to really put that in there? Like, this is already going on for so long as it is. Like, yes,
Yeah.
I'll gladly hear somebody talk about a game that was just shown off. But when you're doing
Yeah.
stupid stuff that doesn't even pertain to games, like, it's
Yeah.
what's the
Like
point?
the Xbox event that happened the day before the Gamescom opening event, you know,
Yeah.
that was like
What is this?
what are you guys talking about? Why are we
Exactly.
here? Like I remember they had like a 10-minute segment talking about how trebuchets work.
Wait,
like,
really?
Yeah.
as if the modern world doesn't have Google at the
It's
palm
like-
of their hands.
Like I already kind of knew how trebuchets worked for the most part. You know.
What were they? What game was this tied into?
I think it was Age of Empires, I want to say.
Okay.
I think it was for Age of Empires.
You
Might
know,
have
I'm
been for a
fine with
different
Age of Empires trying to
medieval
be
strategy
educational, but keep that to the game.
Exactly. Let the game explain that to you when you're playing it, not the people beforehand, so you can just feel like you're in history class.
It was kind of weird.
Like, I legit,
Uh,
I was listening
yeah.
to it in the background while playing the game, and I just thought I was listening to some sort of history teacher talking to me.
I thought you
I
could
think
accidentally
they
click
literally
off.
just showed a clip from like, you know, the History Channel. I think they literally just did that.
I know. That's why I was like, "What is this?" But
And like whenever they stopped for the Gamescom awards,
Mm.
which were all awards given to games that have not come out yet.
It's,
So they're effectively giving awards for their trailers, you know,
it's so cynical.
and they're giving them to themselves. It's very weird and silly. I mean, they did that. I feel like that was just kind of there. I mean, Gamescom does that every year, and it's always stupid and shitty.
It's it's like the most cynical thing possible. It's
Oh,
kind
it
of
very
hilarious.
much is. But they also, I feel like, mostly just did it as an excuse to have like short dev interviews.
Yeah,
Hmm.
You know, because
that's
whenever they gave a award to one of the devs, there'd be like someone from the dev team to be like, "Hey, thanks guys. I'm gonna talk for like 2 minutes about my game." You
yep,
know, and then that was about it.
and then walk off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
Elden Ring got nominated for almost every single one, and only won like the last one.
as it should. If we're talking about unreleased games, then Elden
I mean,
Ring
it should have
deserves.
won all the ones. It lost like most anticipated. Like I don't remember. I think they might be it was PC game to a game that literally no one has ever heard of before.
What game was it actually? Do you
I
remember?
don't know.
You forgot already.
I don't even. I've never heard of it before, and I will never hear about it again. It's like I said with the PC gaming show. You see like 20 games that you'll never seen before, and you will never see again.
Yeah. I I I I know I know that vibe. Yeah, it has that.
Yeah.
But do you want to talk about get into talking any more specifics or
Uh, I can't think of anything else pertaining to exactly the event.
lots of Jeff Keighley saying funny things?
That's true.
But
All right. Well, if that's
yeah,
it, then let's move right into our first game we're talking about, which I'm pretty sure is the Saints
mhm.
Row reboot
It's
Yeah,
the
that
yes,
they
it's the
announced.
reboot. Yeah.
it makes sense it's a reboot. I mean, what happens by the end of Saints Row 4? What you're like the president and God and have
I
ruled
think
the
you
universe?
destroyed all of hell or something like that.
No, that was a different one. That was Gat Out
Yeah.
of Hell.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was a different one.
Where you play as Johnny Gat, who's currently in hell for some reason. Because why not? Yeah, they kind of need to reboot it. It looks like they're going a bit more back to Saints Row 1 and 2 when they were just kind of GTA alternatives, but a bit goofier.
Right.
Which feels a
Yeah.
bit quaint, but
It
yeah,
does.
where else are you gonna go?
I mean, I kind of get that, but at the same time, I remember watching this trailer and thinking this looked super fucking boring and lame. I very distinctly remember watching this trailer because it was like the first thing they showed off at the show, pretty much. And I remember thinking, it's like, this looks boring.
It's got pedigree a bit, so that's why I got to go like first.
I don't know
But
why are all the characters designs like nerdy fuckboys? Even the girls look like nerdy fuckboys.
that's the IP. They, they
Not
were
really.
they were fuckboys in all the games.
Not nerdy fuckboys.
Okay, fair. But I can see that kind of stuff, like stupid car chases and stuff. They're fun in an actual like gameplay setting.
Um,
But I can't say the trailer got me super hype.
yeah, I mean, it's like here's the thing about Saints Row. It's kind of as like a franchise. It's never like actually that great. It's overall pretty mediocre, and it only really gets away with being so, you know, okay-ish because of how outlandish it is.
I know a lot of people that did like 1 and 2, but
Yeah.
then again, they just feel kind of quaint after 3 and 4. Like going
But
back
the
to it
thing
just
is,
feels weird.
like, if you just remove all the outlandish shit, then you just got a mediocre open world game, which we have already way too many of. We really
Yeah.
don't need any more, you know?
Yeah.
It's
I
like, you know?
yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
never.
why should I play the new Saints Row game as opposed to playing that new, like, Xbox game where you're vampire hunters and shit? That looked way cooler.
it
Despite,
did.
That
I
really
mean,
did look
like,
cool.
That's also a pitfall of it being the pre-rendered trailer. Like
but like the
I didn't get to
Saints Row
see any of
one was
it.
also just a pre-rendered
No,
trailer.
exactly. Like I can't like get what is the appeal of your gameplay here?
Yeah.
Like aside from that'll be a cool car chase at some point. Like
Yeah, but that vampire game had like magic and shit. This one they
exactly.
removed the magic.
Yeah, I know. There's no more magic. tragic.
Yeah.
But then again, if you had to make a Saints Row game, yeah, where would you go? Like after 4?
I don't know. Maybe don't make another Saints Row
Yeah,
game.
just leave it at that,
They
honestly.
It's like
gotta, they
at the end
gotta.
of the day, it's like if you don't have anything for a new game, maybe you just shouldn't make a sequel.
The executives said they had to, so they had to, I guess.
I don't know. I kind of feel like, now probably would have been a great time for them to bust out a new IP as opposed to trying to do another Saints Row reboot,
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Um,
I just,
but
I never
I
even,
haven't played too many outside of 4. I've played a bit of 4, but I haven't played too much of the earlier ones.
I've
Yeah.
never even touched Saints Row, so like I was totally fine that if they didn't make a new one of them.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I also don't play any of the Saints Row games, I'm just kind of saying, like, I looked at the trailer and thought it looked boring, and I don't get why they're making it. That's
Exactly.
kind of my stance on it.
For me, I've seen
You know.
gameplay of it. It doesn't look like they're really adding anything to it either. It's just like another Saints Row game that Saints Row isn't
And
really that big of a IP that they needed a sequel.
Well, it
yeah.
used to be a really big IP. It's been dormant for a while.
Exactly. Like
Like
why?
I'm not. They were a GTA competitor back with like 1 and 2. They were like on the same level as like GTA 4, like sales wise. Like that was like their selling point. It was a GTA alternative.
Yeah, but that game is either you like it or you hate it. There's no middle ground with it. There's no people that, oh, I'm gonna pick up Saints Row because why not? I'll play it here and there. It's either you like
Yeah.
Saints Row or you like GTA.
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's just like GTA just engulfed them, especially with just all the
Oh,
hype around GTA, and it's just like
No, it's just because, like, well, that's not really the case because Saints Row just branched out and did different shit.
yeah. It
It's
just got
stopped being
goofy.
a Saints Row stopped being a GTA competitor and started being its own thing.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
now they kind of have to go back to that quaint GTA style because
that.
they went too far.
No, that's what I'm
I really
saying.
don't think they went too far. I think just fucking what's it called? Society has just changed. What's socially acceptable to do is just different now. You
That's
can't get away with a lot of the jokes they made in Saints Row, nowadays.
that's fair. Well,
You
yeah,
know, a
a
lot of
lot a
a
lot
lot
of
of those
older,
same jokes just don't really work.
not even just necessarily really work. It's just back to what you said, just what's socially acceptable.
Hmm.
Because like certain things like just aren't said nowadays. It's just like no.
Yeah. I like the old Saints
They
Row
forced
games, they're not even that old and they weren't
Yeah, they're
even
not that
that
old.
outlandish, but like.
Yeah.
GTA, I mean not GTA. Saints Row 4 isn't that old, and it still had the dildo bat. So and
Yeah.
don't worry, this game will probably still have shit like that.
Yeah.
There's
It's
gonna
just
be
one
a
of those
dildo bat.
things where it's
I think
like,
that's
That's
we'll
okay.
probably
yeah.
even have the crotch slider still because that I think was a series staple. The crotch slider,
Ugh.
Yeah. It's
but
just one of those things where it's like I look at people online talking about the series and I don't really see anybody excited for this. I don't
yeah,
think I've seen anyone say that they're happy with the new direction or you know, are excited for this new game. I
I
don't think I've seen a single person say that.
I haven't. I'm not excited.
I think people bring up the game, but I have not seen. I've seen no opinions other than like indifference. Like it's announced. Like people have said it's announced. That's all I've seen.
Yeah.
There's no like diehard
I
Saints
mean,
Row
I've seen
fans
some.
out there.
I haven't seen a lot of people being like super angry about it, but I have seen some people be kind of disappointed about it.
Yeah,
You know, and I
Mm.
kind of get that because Saints Row games were fun because they were outlandish, and so not being outlandish is kind of super fucking lame.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the
Especially
destroying.
when we don't get a lot of those types of games nowadays. You don't get a lot of funny games, nowadays. When was the last actually funny game that came out?
There's plenty of games that try to be funny, like
Okay, no,
Borderlands 3 or
I
something,
got
but
you. I got you. Balan Wonderworld. There you go. That's the most recent funny game that's come out.
That's only funny because of the bad mocap
Yeah,
animations.
that's why it's funny. Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
but is there any games that are like intentionally trying to be funny
No.
that are actually funny?
No.
Exactly.
Um, I mean, there's some goofy indie games and shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
but there's some
No
games
More
that
Heroes 3 just came out the other day.
That is true. But no more, but like that's because, what's his face?
Suda.
Suda's like an anomaly, He cheats the system.
He cheats.
He bends the laws of the universe around his whims, not the
That's
other way
true.
around. Because like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like No More Heroes 3 is the exception to the rule, not the rule, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
And when you see even Saints Row is bending to the rule of you can't make funny, crazy games anymore, you know,
exactly.
then clearly it is there.
Mm.
Ratchet and Clank isn't funny anymore. Like,
Call of Duty really isn't funny anymore.
Was Call of Duty ever intentionally funny? I mean,
Oh,
The Modern Warfare games are very funny, but I don't think it was ever intentional.
there's some in the story modes. There's some comical relief.
No, that's comic relief. That's like a Michael Bay
Yeah, but
comedy.
that's the game deliberately being funny.
I guess, but yeah.
yeah,
It's not what I'm going for a Call of Duty game, but still.
yeah.
Um, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just like you don't see any games like TF2 or like the old Saints Rows or like, the old Ratchet and Clanks nowadays, I feel like.
You don't. You don't. You just simply don't.
Like the closest thing we've gotten is like No More Heroes 3 and like DMC 5.
Yep. That's about it.
I think it's just an issue of looking at the AAA sphere. I
Well,
think
that's
just
the thing. I'm only looking at the
yeah,
AAA
yeah.
sphere because if I look at indies, then I have trillions of games to
Oh, but
look
I
at.
think if you looked at the AAA sphere during like the PS3 era, I think games are trying to be even more grim dark. Like,
I
geez,
mean, you
remember
can make that claim for
the
sure,
military
and you're
shooter
not
plague?
wrong. Yeah, just because they put a bit more color into it's definitely better than it was then, but I still
Yeah,
don't think it's good.
yeah,
And even then, there was, the old Saints Row games.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Saints Row. It's
Yeah,
not funny. Not anticipated. Who cares?
it's a little boring.
Yeah.
Like that's really is my like, like thing I took away from the trailer is it looks boring. Just gonna be
Yeah.
honest. And that's like the worst thing you can possibly be.
Yep. The devs are probably like so like pumped about this game themselves. They're like, "Yo, we made an awesome trailer. This game's gonna be sick."
I don't know. Who knows?
And then there's people like us who are just like, "Oh, it looks boring."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows how good it will actually be? It
Yeah,
could
it
be
could
end
just
up being it could be end up being great, like, Grand Theft Auto 5, or it could end up being really ass, like what was that one Xbox game with Terry Crews in it?
Oh, was that Crackdown?
Crackdown 3. Yeah, could end up like Crackdown 3, you know.
Yeah. That poor series.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we want to say on this?
Uh,
Because I think I'm good.
I think I'm good too.
Yeah, same.
All right. Our next topic is Call of Booty.
Ew.
No, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Ew.
Which subtitle was this one?
Vanguard.
Vanguard. Okay, yeah.
Yes, I was just about to say.
So this one's set in World War II again.
Yes.
But this time they're finally doing the Russian front, which thank God, finally.
Live in Mother Russia.
Um, and I want to say for the first time ever in Call of Duty history, they have like a female protagonist.
They've
Yep.
probably had a playable character before, but yeah, it is the first protagonist as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
They've had like multiplayer female like character classes.
Well, multiplayer doesn't count. Though.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that I was about to say
doesn't
that doesn't
count.
that doesn't count.
It's not in a story mode.
Yep, this is the first actual female protagonist in the story mode.
Yeah. So
And-
yeah. This one's based off of like an actual historical figure, right?
I think vaguely. I don't think it's like
Vaguely based off of that one Russian sniper who was like
yeah,
top 10 most deadliest snipers in human history, right?
yeah.
It was like Dimitri something.
I don't think they're trying to say this is a true story, but
Yeah, because
more of
I
a
do remember. I'm not 100% familiar with the whole historical story of her, but I do
yeah.
know about it.
Yeah,
You
she.
know.
I just know she has an absurd kill count, which will work great for shooting
Yeah.
McGee game.
Yeah. Um. Which, it kind of feels really hypocritical for Activision Blizzard to walk on stage and talk about how progressive they are by having a female
Yes.
playable character when they're in the midst of a
Yeah. This.
massive
Oh,
lawsuit over
Yeah.
sexual harassment in the workplace.
Yeah.
We've
It's.
kind of been
Whew.
avoiding the topic just because we didn't feel like talking about it up until now, but now it kind of feels like, well, we kind of have to talk about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, fuck you, Activision Blizzard.
Suck.
But
I just didn't want to bring attention to them because fuck them,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
they don't
Go
deserve
on.
the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
we're not going to talk about them without bringing it up.
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the female protagonist in Call of Duty is supposed to have like shadowed, like obviously they're not saying based off a true story because she's a girl. The deadliest sniper is a guy,
Right.
but his name
No,
was.
no,
No,
was a
it was a
girl.
girl.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure. Yeah. There
Yeah.
was
The
tons of
highest kill
Russian
count in Russia was a
snipers.
woman.
Yeah. Yeah, there was tons of female snipers in
Well, the-
Russia
The
during World War
only
II.
the only Russian sniper that has the most kills, that's in the top 10 deadliest snipers, is Vasily Zaitsov.
You're probably just Googling wrong. But either way.
Okay.
It might not be like top 10, but she's like, she's
Sure.
up in there, somewhere in the top 100, I think. She was a famous historical figure who has like a
Yeah,
crazy high kill count. She was a female sniper during World War II on the Russian front. She was
Yeah.
Russian.
Vasily Zaitsov is female. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. You just read it wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
Now that that's cleared up.
She's supposed to shadow what Vasily Zaitsov's legacy was.
Vaguely.
If that
At the
means
same-
anything to anybody
At
out
the
there.
same
Yeah.
time, you're going to be killing people by the hundreds with like a submachine gun in this game. It's not going to.
Yes, but it's the factor of that single shot that you were so precise to kill
Yeah.
somebody with that one shot.
I mean, I can see a cool Sniper Elite campaign being based off of her.
Yeah,
that could be
could
cool.
But not a COD game.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually
How-
a good idea. They should have like sub campaigns where it's just like, okay, this one you have to be stealthy and you're a sniper. This
Battlefield
one
1 had a lot of stuff. Battlefield 1 did that. They had a bunch of different campaigns like
Yes.
following different people in World War 1. It was really cool.
yeah, that was in Battlefield. I remember that now. Hey, hey, maybe Battlefield is about to be, overtaking Call of Duty soon.
I
Probably.
think they've been on that road for a while now.
Because
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
I really think COD has been having identity crisis for
Like they
like
just
the last 7 years. Like since Ghosts, maybe they've been having an identity crisis.
nope. Ever since Advanced Warfare,
No, I think
That's
Ghost was
true.
the start.
Ghost
Ghosts was
was
was like
before or after Advanced Warfare?
Ghosts after Advanced Warfare.
Oh, I thought Ghost was first.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ghost
I don't-
was first, but Advanced Warfare really just
Oh,
like
no,
shit.
I'm not saying Ghost is awful. I'm saying that was the start of their kind of identity crisis.
No,
It
Ghost
was the start of their
Ghost-
downfall.
Ghost was all right. Ghost was still in a good category, in a good like middle ground for all the Call of Duty grains.
Or was it better than the one that came before it?
Black Ops
Uh,
2, I think, was before Ghost, right?
No, Black Ops 2 was definitely top 5. Black Ops.
Yeah,
was.
Black Ops 2 was before Ghost, so.
Yeah, Black Ops
Yeah.
2, Black Ops 2, Black Ops, and then the older
Which-
Modern Warfare games are in like the older games for Call of Duty are all in the
Yeah.
top 5.
So
None of
I
the new
think
Call
what-
of Duty games are good.
pretty much, yeah. Because it's kind of like how like Ghost kind of tripped up, and then after that, Advanced Warfare fell face first on the ground.
Pretty much.
It's kind of
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost tripped up, caught itself, and then Advanced Warfare straight up just fell.
Yeah, it tripped up. It was still standing though, but then it fell on the ground and died.
Yes.
Died.
Yes.
And yeah, COD's been kind of a bit of a walking corpse.
Because like
they still okay still, but they're not like the powerhouse they used to be.
And yeah, and honestly, the biggest move that really just kind of really knocked them off their pedestal was the fact that this whole battle royale thing that people have been going on with all these companies
Oh, yeah,
ever since Fortnite came out. Like,
yeah,
it,
yeah,
Yeah.
Activision trying to chase that trend with.
like
Yeah.
Warzone is just like, don't get me wrong, it's cool. It's a cool aspect for Call of Duty, but it's just a wannabe. Like you got all these battle
They're
royale games that are games that have already been out that try to do battle royale are just copycats of Fortnite and Apex.
they're
Well,
trying to
Apex
chase.
was already copycatting Fortnite.
Well,
Fortnite was just copycatting fucking what was it?
I think Fortnite did enough of its own thing stylistically and gameplay wise to
No,
kind
it
of
was
overshadow
100% just being a
PUBG.
quick copy of fucking what's it called?
what game?
PUBG.
PUBG. Yeah, that one.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I think Fortnite's building mechanics and art
Well,
style
the
and stuff.
Fortnite's building mechanics were already in Fortnite before they went to the
Oh
battle
yeah,
royale mode. It like you gotta remember, Fortnite was not a battle royale to start off with.
yeah, I
It
know.
was a Left 4 Dead clone. It started
True.
life as a Left 4 Dead
True.
clone where you can like make traps and build
You
your own
saved the world.
fortress.
That's what it was. You saved the world.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that many years ago in like Game Informer. And they're
yeah.
like, oh, that sounds like a really cool
And
game.
then they made a free to play battle royale mode because PUBG got really popular. So they were like, "Yo, let's copy that really quick. What can we do that in?" And it's like, "Well, we were working on this, and it's still in development. We could probably throw it together really quick, make a
Yeah,
big map."
but you gotta
And they're like,
realize.
"Awesome, great. We have all the mechanics already pre-built
The
because there's
funniest
hidden
thing is
word
that I
mode. So
think
let's just do that."
I think launch Fortnite was still a significantly more polished game than PUBG.
Yes, it was.
That's because it had a billion-dollar company behind it. Well,
Yeah,
PUBG just didn't.
yeah.
I know, but
You
they
know,
still
PUBG
did
was
enough.
basically an indie game.
They still had enough different stuff.
Well,
The
Oh,
the
well,
art style,
Fortnite
the
had
building.
Epic, one of the biggest video game companies of all time. It's Epic was still gigantic long before Fortnite came
oh
along,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
They have the fucking Unreal Engine.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah.
Like of course Fortnite took off. They were able to jump on the trend the fastest and first with the most amount of marketing push behind it as well because they had the money behind it,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, let's stop talking about Fortnite. I'm getting goosebumps just continuing this conversation. Call of Duty. Yep, we saw some stuff.
Ew.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
Looks, I don't know.
I almost never play Activision Blizzard games. Like I think I can count all of the Activision Blizzard games I've ever played on a single hand if I had like 4 fingers amputated off.
You really like played any like Overwatch you've played.
I've played Overwatch and the only other thing would be like what's that one game? Skylanders. I played Skylanders, but I didn't buy that. I got it as a birthday present.
Skylanders was the shit.
No, you haven't played Insane Trilogy?
No,
No, no. Surprise.
I never
Too
cared
bad.
about Crash.
Too bad we're not ever gonna get another Crash game after Crash 4 now that Activision put them in the Call of Duty mines.
Like literally, I'm pretty sure they said that every single team in Activision right now is only working on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They literally took every single one of their studios and turned it
It
into a Call of Duty
sucks
studio.
because like the Tony Hawk remaster was like amazing. Like I was like, and the Insane Trilogy was amazing. Like I wanted to see what remaster they would do next, and no, COD now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, let's be real here. Both Activision and Blizzard need to be broken up completely. Like, let's be real here.
Probably.
At this point, it's like there's no salvaging this shit. They just need to fucking purge the companies and then they'll let the IPs flow free. I don't
Exactly.
care
Yeah.
who
There's
gets
no
them.
there's no
you
point in
know?
producing new games every 2 years by separate companies
Like-
that are practically the same thing.
Like these
Oh, they're-
companies are just rotten to their fucking core. And I don't even mean like the shit they're pumping out. I mean like their workplace environment
right.
and their company
Yeah.
politics and their fucking executives. They're atrocious, like
Yeah, it's
appalling. I don't know how
disgusting.
you be shittier than Ubisoft and EA. Activision Blizzard somehow managed to
It's
find a way.
impressive almost.
Like honestly, I could say the same about EA and Ubisoft. They're both terrible dog shit companies that are
Yeah,
rotten
but-
to their fucking core.
Yeah, but they got to that point and just kind of slowly stood there at their
To an
shitty
extent.
state.
I don't
But-
know. No, I think they're both just as shitty, and the only reason why is just not enough news has come out, talking about them.
recently
That's
anyway.
fair.
Yeah. Like Ubisoft still has tons of like, sexual harassment and workplace allegations stuff, just like Activision Blizzard.
Man,
You
you
know,
got
they
like
just
honest.
don't get as much coverage, you know?
Yeah, I just, and no, and just you bringing that up, I just don't understand how these companies like can stand for that shit. Like
It's fucking appalling.
they need to nip shit like that in the butt. Like they really need to. They're a AAA company that is billions of dollars. They need to hire employees that take their shit seriously and aren't fucking creeps.
Yeah.
Like
Well, the thing is that people doing that hiring are also
Yeah,
creeps.
exactly.
like
The
but
problem with them is
that's
that they really have a history of like dude bro, fucking like frat culture, you know? Where everybody acts like they're fucking drunk in a college party all the time at work, you know? And they
it's
think it's just an
it's
acceptable
not
way to
though. It's really
be at the
not.
workplace. It's not, you
You
know?
got to be professional, especially when you're that important
Yeah,
and you got millions of people waiting on shit that you're pumping out.
yeah.
Screw the top.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah. The biggest problem is like it's not even that the people are doing it as much as the fact that when it happens, the company just
doesn't do
turns a
anything about
blind
it.
eye.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's my biggest thing. Like,
You know,
how
it's
can you sit there?
that's even worse.
Yeah.
You
How
know,
can you
it's like
sit there?
if it happens and you deal with it, it's not ideal, but at least you're handling it properly.
Yep.
When
It's
you don't handle it properly, it makes it 20 times worse.
because it's like you're condoning it because you're not stopping it. Because
Exactly. It's exactly what they've been
even though
doing.
you didn't say that, like you didn't publicly denounce that behavior, you're just letting it slide in a way. You're just in a way condoning it without saying you're condoning it, which is
Yeah.
like you said, a million times worse than just nipping it in the butt right then and there. Yes, it was a hiccup. You handled it the way you were supposed to. Be done
You
with it.
know.
It's past now. It's the past. You can move
Yeah.
forward from it. Now you got
It
this.
happens. The guy gets fired. All's well that ends well.
Yep.
Yeah.
People can be people can be replaced in the company.
Yeah,
Seriously, like, but
it really
and
can.
and
If you can't be fucking professional, it's like ridiculous.
the amount of money these people are probably getting paid, and then they do some scummy stuff like that, and
Yeah,
nothing happens to them.
it's probably because it's run all the way up to the top. The executives and shit are doing it as well.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't like these companies. I don't buy their games. I don't. And it's easy for me because I don't really like a lot of Activision Blizzard games. I only like even bought Overwatch because it was on sale for like half off, and like I had friends who kept begging me to play it with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason. And I stood off of buying it for like years. Like I only bought that like last year.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't play it that much. I barely touch it. I think I've only put like maybe 20 hours in it at
You really
most.
only played it with me and then Lucio Ball at Ricola's house back when that was out.
Yeah. I mean, I
Shit.
played a little bit by myself just when, I'm like,
You're,
I'm in the mood for a game, but I'm bored with TF2 because it's like there's only so much TF2 you can play before, and it's so
Yeah.
similar to TF2 that it's like, oh yeah, it's like TF2 but different, and it's like, yeah. It's like when
Yeah.
you don't want to eat your pizza with the exact same toppings you always get, and you want to eat a different,
That
kind of, that's
is.
it's what it feels like, where it's not nearly as good, but just because it's different, it tastes better,
yeah.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Active. They they should not have gotten this much time out of our podcast, but let's move on.
They don't
Yeah.
deserve it.
Yeah, they really don't. But I'm happy we got it out of the way to finally shit on them.
Yes.
Found an
And
excuse
if you
to.
agree with us, just say something in the comments.
Yeah, I agree with
'Cause-
myself.
Yeah.
Give another middle finger. Sure. But
Yeah.
let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here. We got they added some extra features to the Death Stranding director's cut that's coming out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of weird stuff.
what it hold on, now I got to jog my memory again cuz
There's
I'm
a
so
lot of. It's kind of all just random features, but yeah. What were you saying?
I'm stuck in the mode of crapping on Call of Duty and everything. I
Yeah.
gotta jog my memory.
You need a refresh of what Death Stranding's about.
Well, no, just what they announced
Oh, well,
really.
they added just so many
Um,
random things. You
yeah,
can't.
there's like a new cart mode that looks
Yeah,
cool.
Death Stranding cart.
There's like a cannon that you can launch your stuff from. I think they added like new stealth area, something like that.
And
Um,
lots more guns and stuff, including
yeah,
a
and
shooting
they
range.
also they added like an AI shooting like place where you can go
Yeah,
through like AI missions, kind of like Metal Gear Solid 2.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is vaguely coming back to me now.
Um,
They showed off this cool looking like beast in the trailer. I
Yeah,
thought it
I
looked
think that was
cool.
one of the bosses.
It
yeah,
looked
one of the BTs.
it looked really cool.
But
But yeah, they just showed off a lot of
uh,
small
I
random
don't know
stuff.
if I like all the features. Like stuff like there was like those jumping boots you could use to like just get down a cliff really fast, which I think kind of takes away from the gameplay.
Yeah.
Unless it's like if you get that really late game, I guess that's fine. But I think a really fun thing in Death Stranding was like making your way through sharp cliffs or maybe finding a different route. Well, if this it's just like, nah, I could just jump.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. It's just
Death Stranding is just such a weird game because it's like a walking simulator, but makes walking difficult. And
yeah,
that's the idea is that you have to figure out a way to maneuver
yeah,
with carrying a large, heavy load of garbage on your back across a hazardous environment. And by
Exactly.
hazardous, I mean rocky.
yeah. And then occasionally things
Sometimes
come
there's
and
a
try to murder
river.
you, and you got to use your baby.
Yeah. Um,
But yeah.
does look neat.
Yeah. It's
All
nice to
right.
see some more stuff about that game. But I don't really have much to say about this.
Yeah, it's not that big either. It's just kind of, it's an update for a game that's already out.
All
Um,
right. What do you
you
got
want to move
next?
on?
Yeah, what do we got
Okay.
next?
So this is basically the coolest part, at least of the opening event. This was like the coolest thing that they showed off. Maybe not coolest, but it was definitely the most exciting trailer for me.
Okay.
It was the Doki V game.
What's exciting? Yeah. And the most
Okay, so
intense
like this
emotions.
entire event bored me to death, except for this one part where I watched this trailer and I was just like, what the fuck is this? It was insane. I cannot preface how my mind got fucking destroyed by the amount of insanity that was happening on screen during this trailer.
I don't even know how we get into it. Well,
I don't really know how to
everyone looks like
describe it.
Lalafell from Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
They're like tiny creature babies.
it's small Korean children.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know where to begin with you. Do you know who you're even talking to? It's actually insane. I don't think any game trailer I've ever watched has been this insane. Like the trailer starts with like 5-year-olds playing at a playground with like K-pop playing, and then it turns into insane shit.
Yeah, they're like flying around everywhere in like vehicles, like flying on umbrellas, hitting monsters with inflatable balloon weapons
Yeah,
Yeah,
that look somehow weighty
so
despite being balloons.
so they were inflatable balloons. Okay.
yeah. You can longboard in this game.
Oh my goodness.
Like I don't think I've ever seen an open world game with this many vehicle types.
Come on, we need it. We need a longboard, a snowboard, some skis.
You can ride a llama in this game.
Oh
It
my
wasn't an alpaca. I think it might have been an alpaca.
llama, alpaca, either way, you're riding one of those, and that's great.
Yeah, you can like longboard down a ramp and then jump up into an umbrella glide.
Ah,
Okay, for
interesting.
everyone super confused who hasn't watched the trailer for this game, what this game is it's a game by a South Korean dev team, the guys who did Black Desert Online, It's an open world action adventure game. It might be an action RPG. I think it's action adventure. But it's like it has a monster collecting element as well.
It's hard to grasp this from the trailer, I just gotta say.
So it's like Genshin Impact mixed with like Pokemon. It's
Yes.
absolutely insane. It's really funny because this trailer was like so much like different compared to every other like game trailer in this event because everything else was like shooty, boring, realistic game, and then this happened.
Yeah, it just and terrifies you.
It's like the trailer goes on for so long. It's like a 4 minute trailer. It feels like a half an hour long.
For
It
real though.
it really does.
It's such a fast moving trailer. They're just constantly showing off all this random shit. You get like a confetti gun. Dude jumps up and spawns rollerblades on his feet, and then just fucking jets us radios out of there at like fucking sonic speeds. It's insane.
It is bizarre. Like,
Pretty
genuinely.
awesome.
It might be amazing. It might be the greatest game ever made, possibly.
Yeah. A game to rival Elden Ring.
Probably the only one in this whole thing to rival it.
Yeah. But it's actually kind of interesting because like this is technically not the first time this game was announced. Because this was like first announced a couple years back,
Right.
but it was announced as like a new MMO from the Black Desert Online guys.
Okay.
But in this one, they said it's not an MMO. It's now an open world action adventure game. Which means at some point in development, they like course corrected and it changed genres from MMO to, just an open world game.
Which is weird.
Presumably, I can only imagine because MMOs as a genre are definitely dying overall.
I think it's less that they're
Especially,
dying and more that you have to be really
well, they're
stupid to get
dying
into it.
because Final Fantasy 14 is killing them all.
Well, there
Like
wasn't
any
really.
MMO that was alive, including WoW, is currently getting murdered by the uninstall Lalafell. And so they made the smart decision of let's just not make an MMO. And I think the reason why they opted to not make an MMO and make like an open world like action adventure game is probably because one, Breath of the Wild, and two, more likely Genshin Impact happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like, MMOs are out, anime, open world, Breath of the Wild clones are in.
Pretty much. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Although I'm not 100% sure how the monster raising part of this game works because it's there. You can like collect monsters and stuff and then use them. I don't know.
Yeah. It's genuinely like I don't know. This crowd is so confusing. Um.
It's like you watch the trailer and it's the most insane shit ever.
Yeah.
It's just there's so much flashing lights and like colors and shit and like
It's like stop.
like you're in the middle of a hurricane shooting like a magic water gun, ziplining on literally nothing, fighting giant monsters as a 7-year-old little girl.
Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what was happening.
Yeah.
And I can never.
There's a jet ski in it. You can drive a little car. I'm rewatching the trailer right now just to like remember all the insane shit that was actually happening during it.
Does it make any more sense?
No. This was definitely the best game at the entire thing.
Yes.
I mean, the best part about this game is now it's like, okay, we have Japanese Breath of the Wild, which is Breath of the Wild. We have Chinese Breath of the Wild, which is Genshin Impact. We have, uh, was the team that made Mortals Phoenix Rising American or European?
Who knows?
I think it was
So,
European.
Yeah, it
You
was
think?
probably European because it's Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But Ubisoft has teams like all over the place. It could have been an
Yeah.
American dev team. But let's
Who
just say
knows?
Western. We know what Western Breath of the Wild looks like with the Mortals Phoenix Rising, and now we know what South Korean Breath of the Wild looks like.
Yeah.
TV.
It's like an ecosystem,
Yeah.
nature. It's weird.
I don't think I've ever seen this many particle effects in a video game trailer before.
It is kind of insane. It kind of hurts to look at times.
Yeah.
But
We got anything else we
yeah,
want to say?
I don't like. I'm speechless talking about this game.
This game's really a mind blower.
It's hard to talk about.
Yeah. It looks really good though.
It might be. I
You
just
know what? I think it will be good.
okay.
It looks fun. Like the movement mechanics look really fun. You can
You
get
can
all
go
these
really
stupid
fast.
rides. Like you can drive around the little car. You can ride on like a llama.
All right.
Oh.
It looks really weird.
Yeah, it looks
Yes.
weird.
Like I
Looks...
said, you can ride a longboard. It's not even a skateboard. It is literally a longboard.
Why not? Why not?
All right. What do we got next? Looks like we got State of Decay 2.
Okay.
I think they just
I
showed
have,
off.
I have not played previous State of Decay, but I can dig an open world zombie game.
Yeah.
Zombies are fun.
I haven't played State of Decay 1 either because it didn't appeal to me. But
State of Decay
I
2 Homecoming is the actual name to it.
yeah, that's the subtitle. I remember seeing State of Decay 2 first at like E3 a few years ago at this point. I want to say it
Yeah.
was all the way back in like 2019.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
it was
far
either
ago.
2019 or 2018. It was really long ago.
That's
Um,
crazy.
and apparently it's finally coming out. And you know what's funny? Despite going all those years, it doesn't look any different.
It really doesn't.
Like I remember the first time I saw it and how they talked about it, and it's like this, it's like we got the parkour elements from the first game back, and they're even better. And it's like, but now it's like you're in a city where there's two rival factions,
Oh
and you
wait.
gotta pick between
Wait, wait,
the
wait, wait, wait. That's Dying Light with parkour.
yeah. I
This is
said
State of
no.
Decay.
I'm thinking of Dying Light too.
Oh,
Oh.
I think that this. Okay, because we wrote State of Decay.
Oh, you're right. Well, was it
Well, I just
Dying Light 2 was the one that was actually shown off though, right?
No, State of Decay.
I think they showed off both.
Okay. Well,
You
in
know
this
what? I was talking about Dying Light, so let's continue talking about Dying Light
think
then.
that speaks to the genericness of the trailer. Then
They're
okay.
both very generic zombie. This is why I hate zombie games. They're all fucking the same.
Yeah, pretty much. They just all
well, I just bought Dying Light 1 on Steam because it was on sale. I'll
Yeah.
check it out. I'll report back if it's any good.
I hear it's fine, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Actually, I don't even know if I was talking about Dying Light or State of Decay. I'm thinking I'm talking about Dying Light 2.
Dying Light is the one with parkour.
Yeah. Yeah, Dying Light 2 is the one where there's like two fractions and you have to like pick a side
That's
because
kind of
you're in
generic
a
for open world games.
city. Yeah. You're in the post-apocalyptic city and they're keeping the zombies out, but you gotta pick which side. You go with the fascist side or do you go with the I don't even know what the other side's supposed to be politically. I just know one of the sides are very
Not
obviously fascist.
fascists. They're
Yeah.
not fascists.
Then what are they? It's like
Anarchists, maybe?
it's like you pick up a box of cereal and it says on the front, "This is not cornflakes," and you ask the question, "Well, if it's not cornflakes, then what is it?"
Who knows? It's a mystery.
Oh, what is it?
All I know is it's not cornflakes, but I don't know what it is. Okay. I mean, we can just talk about both Dying Light 2 and State of Decay 2, because I doubt they're any different at all in terms of gameplay. Besides, one has parkour and one does not.
Yeah. Are we talking about State of
Yes.
Decay now, though?
Yes.
Okay. So
This is
it's a
very
new State of Decay
confusing.
game. There's a bunch of weird zombies types in this game,
Oh no. Just
and
like a zombie game.
I just can't help but notice that in the trailer they showed, like, right at the beginning, they showed a girl like sniping a zombie, and it looked like she was holding it like a bazooka.
Are you sure you're talking about State of Decay 2 and not like State of Decay 3? Because State of Decay 2 apparently came out in 2018.
State of Decay 2 Homecoming.
Oh, okay. So it's
Yeah,
like an expansion for it?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I looked up the name. I looked up the full name because I knew it was like some sort of expansion.
Oh, okay.
That's why,
If
yeah.
I remember correctly, State of Decay 2 was very, very bad.
was it?
It
I
was
remember like
mediocre at
Jim
best.
Sterling saying it was dog shit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so essentially this is just like a new map, and
Because
yeah,
it is an open world game. A new map is actually a big deal. But yeah, it's an open world zombie game. What do you anything else you want to say on it?
no. If you play State of Decay, you look forward to this. If not, oh well.
Or you dread it.
Or you dread it. Or you dread it. You could fucking hate this, and you could just be like, this game already sucks. So you don't need to add more stuff to it. But yeah,
And who
here,
knows? Maybe they fixed it up ever since it's released in 2018. Maybe
yeah,
they fixed it later.
we will have to probably not judge that because we'll never play it, but
Yeah.
we'll hear about it and we'll talk
Okay,
about
do you
it.
guys want to say anything more on Dying Light 2 then? The real game that's actually coming out that hasn't yet?
No.
I'll report back to Dying Light 1, and then I will see if I'm excited for Dying Light 2 in the slightest.
Do you guys remember the Dying Light 2 trailer?
It's complete. I think I probably watched it, and it's like genericness blinded me.
Yeah, that's pretty generic.
Some of these trailers blend together, you know.
That's true. That's why the Doki V one stood out so much.
Yeah.
It was the only trailer that actually felt like it was exciting and it like actually cared.
I think a couple other trailers got me interested, but that's more because I was already maybe half interested in the game to begin with. Like, well, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Let's just get to another game.
Yeah. Next one we got the Jurassic World Evolution game. It just basically got a pre-order date, not even a release date. So this is just a real quick just thing, because I know we've talked about Jurassic World Evolution before.
Why are they pushing this so hard?
I don't know. I mean, I liked the game. It was really
They got
good.
money.
Probably because they spent a lot of money to get the Jurassic World IP, and they probably spent even more money to get the actual guy to advertise it for
That's
them.
true. Jeff Goldblum was there. That was pretty great.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe Jeff Goldblum is like involved in like the produce it of it or something.
They had all the voice
He's like
actors.
co-producing it or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
The voice
Like behind the
actors
scenes.
from the actual movie, I'm pretty sure voice acted in that game as well, because they actually kept the actors. Like, they had little portraits whenever they would talk.
Okay,
And
okay.
so I think it's actually really, like, they put a lot of work into it. And honestly, I've played the first one. It was really good. It was really crisp.
It's probably a solid, like, you know, like I like those tycoon
It-
simulation kind of games, you know, like you're
It's, yeah, it's one of those games where you just, like, you put some time into it, like a good chunk of time into it, leave it there, come back to it.
I was thinking the other day, you know how like you had like Roller Coaster Tycoon and Sim City, and now they have the kind of like the successors, like Planet Coaster and City Skylines.
Yeah.
This is the successor to Zoo Tycoon, finally. That's what this
Yes.
is.
Sure.
Zoo
extent.
Tycoon with dinosaurs.
Oh, dinosaurs.
So essentially, it's even better.
Honestly, it is a really great idea. Like whoever came up with the idea was like, whoa, let's do like you know, a roller coaster tycoon type game, but with Jurassic World.
Yeah,
Where you're making your own
it's-
Jurassic World theme park. That's a genius idea.
It
Like
is.
And
honestly,
it really
like,
hits the mark
it's
too.
really creative. It's a really good idea.
It
And
is.
so the fact that they actually decided to go with it and actually, you know, they did it well, is actually really great.
And you want to
Yeah.
know something else that really they went above and beyond, in my opinion, and it might be something small to anybody listening back to this or you guys, But you know, I know Ricola's played Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you know how you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
like the janitors and like the
Yeah,
mechanics.
your employees, yeah.
Yeah, and the employees you have in Jurassic World, you can actually play as them,
Okay,
and then
that's a
you
nice
can
little
like
thing.
so like if you need to like let's say a dinosaur's sick, you need to put them to sleep and give them medicine. You can physically go on the car as the guy, shoot them with the tranquilizer, administer the medicine, and then leave.
Oh, that's great. Or the T-Rex could eat you.
Or the T Rex can eat you. Yes, you can let that happen too.
Brilliant.
But they put a lot of detail into that, and it felt like they really kept true to the movies as well, with the way that they had everything set up, the way that they ran the
Yeah.
park. Like there's a lot of components in that game that actually are executed very well, and that's why I, for one, am pretty pumped about this game, and I wanted to talk about it. And I'm kind of even more pumped that this new one's coming out because I'm definitely gonna get it.
Yeah, it's a really great idea, and it's really great that they managed to execute on it in such a great way and didn't cheap out and half-ass it, you know?
Really,
Yeah.
for real though.
Because it's such a brilliant idea, you know, for a video game. It's like, how do you make a Jurassic World game? This is exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
There's certain ideas for games that sound great in retrospect, but you really need to get all the components to execute it properly. And I feel like this game really
Mhm.
hit every mark that they needed to.
You know, that can be said about all things. You know, execution is like 99% of the fucking,
Exactly. You could have all
art.
the components there, you could have everything you need, but if you don't execute it properly, then it's just for
You
nothing.
know, Battleline Wonderworld, it failed on the execution.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
the original trailer. That original trailer still looks good. And we never saw it coming. How horribly executed it would be.
Yeah,
yeah.
how much of a shit show it turned into. All right, but yeah, that's it for me. I mean, I went on a little tangent about Jurassic World, but
That was good.
yeah, no, that's that. I'm really pumped. If anybody is just as pumped as I am or interested in the game, coming out for pre-order November 9th.
Hmm.
But our next topic looks like we got Marvel's Midnight Suns, which looked pretty okay to me actually.
Which is this the turn-based strategy Marvel
Yes, I
game?
believe it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
Because I
actually
know they showed off another Marvel game.
Yeah, the other one was just a mobile game.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is actually by the XCOM team.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
So
that's actually that I'm actually more interested now that it actually has that pedigree behind it. Because I knew
okay,
it was like an XCOM like genre game, but like actually that team, okay,
okay, but real
I'm
quick,
interested.
you guys watched the trailer for this game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was a dude that looked like Ghost Rider. Is
it is
Ghost
Ghost
Rider?
Rider.
It is.
Yeah, he
Okay.
just looks dumb
Bootleg
now.
Ghost Rider.
He's not an actual skull now; it's just like a mask with fire coming out of it. That's lame.
Yeah.
They see they're
You
dumbing things
idiots.
down
You
because
got those stump doubles.
yes, we got the
Although
stuff.
I really like Wolverine in here. He looks like a very angry manlet.
Yeah, he looks beefy.
Yeah. Honestly, ever since like the MCU, uh, whenever they do Marvel games nowadays, like all the characters always look weird and shit.
I think this game they're going for more of extreme art style. I think this game's kind of making it work.
It looks
Yeah.
see
But
like
it's
Doctor
not even like they're
Strange.
going for their comic designs. They're going weird like mishmaps between the comic designs and the MCU designs is the thing.
They
See that
gotta oh they gotta do weird characters that aren't in the MCU yet. You know, like Ghost Rider, Wolverine, or Blade.
Ghost Rider got a movie before the MCU though.
yes he
Man,
did.
that was like
And Ghost Rider
1998.
is that
Yeah.
the one with what's his face?
Wesley Snipes.
No, no, no.
Oh, Ghost Rider?
Yeah, Ghost Rider with
That's Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, they can't do Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider ever
That
again.
one was the best one.
That was a miscalculation. I love
Okay,
that.
so the Ghost
I love
Rider,
Nick Cage. I love Ghost Rider Nicolas Cage.
yeah,
But
that Ghost Rider should have been what's in this game. The way he
is
looked and everything.
oh yeah, when he looks as like Ghost Rider, looks great. He's just a skull on fire. He actually looks like a skull. He's not like a
He's supposed to be like,
stupid
isn't he
mask.
supposed to be like the devil incarnate, pretty much?
No, no, no. He sold his soul to the devil.
He sold his soul to the devil. Got it.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So Mephistopheles or Mephisto or whoever it is in Marvel lore, I don't even know.
Miss Fisto. Yeah.
Mephisto. But yeah, I kind the art style though is kind of like between tacky and I kind of dig it. Where for things like gold, all the characters like wearing like gold and black
Yeah.
in this.
So,
If just oh yeah, what are you saying?
according to the lore of Ghost Rider, he sold his soul to Mephisto to save Crash, and
Crash
then
Crash
Bandicoot?
Bandicoot.
no Crash Simpson, because
Who's Crash Simpson?
he had
The
cancer.
Homer?
Yeah, he was like the eighth Simpson that no one knows about.
Exactly. But he had cancer, so he sold his soul to Mephisto to cure it. But then the dude just went and did a stunt jump and died.
That's
So he
fun.
just sold his soul to Mephisto for no reason, essentially.
Don't fuck with the devil, or you'll become
Yes.
a Marvel. It's actually a metaphor for selling your IP to Disney,
Exactly.
because they'll turn you into instead of a cool skeleton man, they'll make you a golden skull mask, stupid thing.
Right.
And I think that's the takeaway here.
Yes. All in
But
all, though, the trailer looked really good. Like, it
oh yeah,
actually
this
was
looks polished. If
really
it's by
well
the XCOM
animated.
team, I have no doubt it'll probably be great.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes these Marvel games are really hit or miss, in my opinion. Like, you guys could have complete
They make a
different.
lot. It's a big IP. They make a
Yeah, but
ton
they
of
pull
Marvel
in a
games.
lot, and
Well, that's the thing. It's like getting your hands on the IP is very expensive, especially nowadays. Back in the day, it wasn't nearly as hard. But
yeah,
ever
Yeah,
since the MCU, like I said, the Marvel games have been, kind of shaky
man. Remember
because
Marvel
there's
vs.
more
Capcom
interest
Infinite?
in it. Yeah, exactly. With like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the Avengers game that Square Enix made, that was total dog shit.
yeah. I was so pumped for that, and it was just like, ugh, really?
Yeah.
That game, I don't think would have been as humiliating if Spider-Man had it come out like a couple years earlier
Yeah.
and
But
was like
even then,
amazing.
it still was like, it just was janky in my opinion. That game.
Oh yeah, that game was very
Yeah.
jank, but yeah, one of the Marvel games have there been.
There was
But
like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for the Switch.
was that any good? I don't know. People like the original
I think
Ultimate
it was probably
Alliances.
better than the Avengers game that Square Enix made, but that's like a
It's
low
not a high
bar.
bar,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I have no more to say about this. It's just.
Yeah.
I
Can
still need
move
to play
on.
the original XCOM. I still need to play XCOM. So I'm not gonna do this for centuries then.
All right. All right, Ricola. What do we got next?
Oh, we got a new Outlast game titled The Outlast Trials. And this is
This
pretty
looks.
weird.
Yeah, this looks
Oh,
spooky and weird at the same time.
Yeah, this one
uh,
looked interesting.
Outlast in general is really
Outlast
spooky.
is up there with Amnesia with a game that I am mostly too terrified to play for more than 5 minutes.
I am too terrified to play it at all. Like, I'm sorry, I can play scary games, but that is just like.
Outlast, the guys chasing you got their dicks out. It's terrifying.
Yeah. I was about to
It-
say,
it-
it's like, this is the game with the penis men, right?
yeah, the two penis men that chase you around.
I don't want to be chased by penis men.
Yeah, and they're like swearing at you, saying they'll cut off your dick. It's terrifying. Terrifying.
And then at one point in the game, you're being chased in an elevator by a crazy dude with like, I don't even know. He had like a weird thing going on with his arm.
All the Outlast characters are nuts. But this weird one of this one, I guess this is more of a spin-off. They did clarify this isn't Outlast 3. This is sort of a spin-off thing. And it's
Okay.
weird because they're kind of removing two of like what I'd say are the biggest Outlast things. One, it's no longer single player. It is actually having a multiplayer component, like
Okay.
co-op. You're both like trying to like survive from cray people trying to murder you,
Right.
which is weird. I'm curious
So
how
it's
that will
kind
work.
of gonna be like one of those fuck the Oscars type games.
Possibly, but they said it can be
Games
played
from
single
the
player.
director who went on the Game Awards and said fuck the Oscars that one time.
Yeah,
Fuck
He
the
only ever
Oscars.
makes co-op games.
I, I don't know how a game like Outlast could work with that though, because it's all about hiding and running. Like having another person there sounds like it'll just make it more difficult than it
Yeah.
should be.
That's the idea.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And for one, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm playing a scary game, I am like silent because I'm ready for anything that's about to happen. Like I am just I'm shitting bricks in my seat before anything even happens. I can't talk.
Yeah, Outlast does that.
Like I'm prepared to just like whip off my headset so I don't need to hear what's going on and just
But then you won't be able to hear them coming.
no, like when something's happening, I'm just ready. Like I hear a noise, oh, my headset's coming off. I'm turning around.
But additionally, since this is taking place during like the Cold War, it's not gonna have the camcorder gimmick that Outlast 1 and 2 have.
Oh, really? That was one of the biggest things about that game. Just
Yeah,
the way
like
it looked.
well, one you use the camcorder, you can um, zoom in and stuff like basic stuff, and your character will take notes while you have the camcorder out, which is useful. But
Right.
also the big night vision mechanic, where the levels are like really dark,
Yeah, and you use the
and you
camera
can
to
hide
see.
in the dark, of course. So you can use your night vision on your camera, but that will take up batteries really fast. So like that was
You
one
had
of the big gameplay loops. And that being completely gone is weird. Like, is it really Outlast about that? Because I feel like
that
that was one of
was
its big draws.
and that was the biggest thing that was spooky about the game, the fact that it was super dark and that you had to use that camera for night
Yeah,
vision and then you would
oh, do I
see
waste batteries or do I stumble around in the dark where I could get murdered?
exactly because like if you assume like I remember watching a clip where a dude was walking in the dark, he's like my batteries are about to go out and I am stuck in the dark, and as soon as
Yeah.
he puts like his like camera up for a quick glimpse, there was like three dudes just staring at him, and it's just
Yeah,
like if I saw that, man, oh my, I would turn off the game.
yeah. That's and it's like moments like that are like what makes the game.
Yeah,
So it's like
exactly.
weird about that gimmick. Like
That's strange.
I mean, they're keeping no Outlast lore. Like it's in the same universe.
Well, of course. If they changed the whole lore, then I would be like, what? This isn't even a sequel. This is a whole new game.
Oh, I would have been fine if Outlast 2 did. I haven't played Outlast 2. I don't even know how connected it is, but uh, I guess because this is a prequel and they are changing it so much gameplay, they have to be in the same universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a weird one. I'd have to. I'm really curious how multiplayer is going to work in something like this.
Maybe we'll have to try it out, Ricola, for like 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
We'll have to try out like the first 10 minutes
Oh,
of the
I'm going to
game.
record you playing that. That'll be hilarious.
No. If I'm going through that, you're going through that too. There's no way. You're just gonna sit there and watch me suffer.
He's so funny. Well, I'll look forward to that in the future when we get to watch Glucose suffer playing Outlast Trials.
Yeah, we're gonna stream
Stay
it, and it's
tuned.
gonna be about a 10-minute stream. The first 5
Here
minutes
it
is
gets
us.
called up for.
Yeah, all of us. All the first 5 minutes is gonna be is me procrastinating, loading up the game, and then
Mhm.
I'm gonna load into the game, and the first thing's gonna spook me, and then the stream's over.
It's going to be a great stream. Look forward to it.
Yes, please tune in. It'll be top notch gameplay.
It's gonna be like stream ends when I shit my pants.
Yeah, and the stream
Kind of like a
ends.
meter, like how close you are to shitting. Like you got
Yeah, they got
like a
like a
sensor near like your butt.
It's like Uncharted, It's like Drake's doesn't have a health bar. He has like a luck chance or luck
Mhm.
bar where every
Yeah, yeah.
time it gets closer to him taking a shot that will kill him.
Yeah. This is you get closer to taking a shit every time you get scared.
no. So I'm gonna have a heart rate monitor and then a
Mhm.
shit rate monitor.
Yeah. Like, how would that work? Like,
I gotta tie something to my rectum, and then
okay.
have it measure if I don't know. I don't know.
Sensor.
Of a
Like
sensor.
motion sensor
And what-
inside your.
And the farther it gets past,
No,
it
it would just be a heat sensor.
Heat sensor, yes.
there we go. The warmer it gets, that's the closer the shit gets.
And it's attached to a button that ends the stream.
Yes. Once
And
the-
it will replace the stream with the 24/7 stream of Uh-oh Stinky.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. This is a great gimmick stream. Like we could make bank off this.
please,
Let's patent this.
we're gonna. This is gonna be.
The shitometer.
This is gonna be a pay-per-view, guys. We're gonna do. You can buy the pay-per-view for a
Pay-per-view.
yeah, a small loan of $100. You can buy this pay-per-view and watch me shit myself.
This is gonna be great. Oh, but don't worry, we're gonna make him play all of the other 3 Outlast games before this first.
Yeah.
This is the worst podcast we've ever done.
No, this is the best one. I think the shitometer is our best idea.
This screw the Unreal Engine gimmick. This is the shitometer channel now. Anyways, let's move on to looks like our last game we're going to be talking about from
For
Gamescom.
Gamescom, anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, which
Uh,
is Cult of the
Cult-
Lamb.
Devolver game, correct?
Devolver
Yes.
Digital did make this, yes.
Well,
Well,
published.
it's
Yeah,
it's
published
published it. Published.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So
Chestnut, you wanna?
yeah, just you describe
Okay.
the conceit
Okay, so the trailer is you're being executed,
Okay.
for lamb
and then
crimes.
you, after death, you make a pact with the old god, and then you become demonic lamb,
Yes.
and
Thing.
then you enslave everyone. Well, you
And
free the slaves, and then they become a cult.
Yeah, you get to make your own cult, which is a completely very untapped genre. I think. I think
Yeah.
cult making sounds like a great
Cult
idea for a game.
simulator.
We always talk about destroying cults, but have you ever been the creator of a cult? And then
It's true.
you have to kill other cults to become the ultimate supreme cult.
Yeah.
And then they make a game where there's a superhero protagonist that's gonna kill your cult.
That's gonna be a sequel.
Yep, that's gonna be the
Spoilers.
sequel. Yep.
Yeah,
But
yeah. This is like Infamous if you played as the villains.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. This gameplay loop looks fun to me. Like it's got like roguelike kind of like elements, but also like some almost like town building stuff. It looked like.
Yeah, because it said it was a roguelike, right?
Yeah, it is. So I don't know if that's like your cult gets wiped out or like you go into like dungeons and do stuff or stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
100% sure.
I'm curious though. Like the visually it was really charming. The good macabre sense of humor. Like I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad.
I got my eyes on this one.
Yeah.
Is this solely single player? I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that'd be interesting mechanic if like you could build up a cult.
But other cults.
If
Yeah.
it was like a sort of MMO
Multiplayer.
light,
Yeah,
you know,
some sort
kind
of
of like Clash of Clans or whatever that game was called.
Yeah.
in a much more bigger scale and like different mechanic wise.
I get
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, like you make a cult
You
and
build
invite
up
your
a cult and then you fight other people's cults,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That'd be interesting.
That could be interesting. Maybe for the sequel.
Yeah.
What if like in this game you could make your cult, right? You make the name of it or whatever as you progress through the story.
I think it's the Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the Cult of the Lamb.
Because that's what the game's name is.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's your cult's just called the Cult of the Lamb.
But imagine, like, if the gameplay was like this. You just have, like, your cult has, like, a gimmick that they do. Like, you could have, like, an infinite list of, like, what your cult's known for.
No, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see a multiplayer element working for this. But can we talk about the art style?
Oh,
For, like, a minute?
Yes.
It's
So-
very pretty.
Yeah, it's
Well,
actually...
it's
really good looking.
I can't remember what other game we talked about before that had. All right, so we mentioned this, but I remember looking at it thinking, oh, it's cute, but fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, what game was that?
Yeah. I don't remember.
You know, I like that aesthetic. Cute but fucked up is an incredibly
Yeah.
fun aesthetic.
It's really funny seeing cute little cartoon animals, but then like they're getting sacrificed to, like Cthulhu and shit.
Yes.
Cause like there's one scene in the trailer where it's like you're sacrificing like a little fox dude, and like a giant tentacle comes up and grabs him, and he's like scared, and then he like just stops being scared and smiles, and like gets pulled down and eaten.
Man. See, I'm rewatching
Very
this
weird.
this trailer just to see... Like, I know exactly what game you're talking about for the art style, like, to compare it, but it's on the tip of my tongue.
I can't remember it, but whatever.
It's very bright. Like, it's a very, like, the levels itself, like, seem like the brightness is turned up a lot. Like, this, it's almost like the sun. Like, you're the sun.
Like the
you're-
lighting's coming off your character. I get,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
don't,
get what you're saying.
because there is
That's
a
your
spotlight
ego.
on your character. Yeah.
yeah,
That's your evil.
but most of the like, fighting scenes that they show you, like, it's just very lit up, unless they're, like, in a demon area.
Actually, I get what you're saying. But I don't know.
I kind of like the way it looks though with that.
Oh,
Yeah, I like the art style too.
I did get the cute, but as we said,
Yeah. It's just really funny seeing like all these big smiley happy faces on these silly cartoon animals and then you fucking
murder.
like you Darth Vader like death choke them. You force choke them.
It is.
Um
All right. Anything else you want to say?
uh I don't think there's anything else for Cult of the Lamb, but before we move on from Gamescom, is there any other games you guys want to mention talk about?
Uh,
Because there was tons we didn't cover, you know.
wait. What about that? Oh, that kung fu game. I know they
Uh, they
announced some
they
shit
showed
about that.
they showed Sifu again.
Sifu, yeah,
Yes,
Sifu.
that's the target. Mhm.
Yeah,
Not much
Sifu,
more I have to say about that again, aside
but
from it
no,
still
I
looks really cool.
so Sifu, the new thing about that, real quick, um, February 22nd is it's coming out, 2022.
Mhm.
That so they put a release date for that. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm really pumped
That's,
for this game. It looks sick. I love kung
mhm.
fu shit. I love kung fu movies. Like what was that? What was that one game that's kind of like GTA but it's got a story to it, but it's like
Are you talking of Sleeping Dogs?
Sleeping Dogs. Good, thank you. I could not think of that.
Yeah.
Sleeping Dogs. That was a good
Mhm.
game. I loved that.
Yeah, I haven't played it, but my sister's played it and she told me she loved it and thought it was awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Sifu coming out February 22nd, 2022.
Speaking of release dates, I know Horizon Forbidden West got delayed.
Yep, officially
Yeah.
delayed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Got delayed. I don't know how by how much, but I
no,
mean,
the
it kind of makes sense.
yeah,
It did feel like really early. Like it didn't really feel like it was ready yet, honestly.
which I'm
I
fine
guess it
with.
makes sense.
If they need to take extra time to really polish the game, then that's fine.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. I
For
like if
any
it needs
game,
to be delayed, it's definitely best that it gets delayed, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
like if you need extra time on something that you're making, like there's no point in putting out something that's
I don't think Sony is like in like such a dire state that they have to release, a game
something.
right
Yeah,
now, you know?
exactly,
It's like
exactly,
the PS5 might not have a lot of titles right now, but like nobody can really get their hands on a PS5 anyway.
Yeah.
exactly.
Still. So it's not the end of the world. The
Yeah.
install base isn't actually there, despite the fact that it's sold so well, just because still a lot of it is being held by fucking scalpers.
Pretty much.
I
And
mean,
people,
I know a lot more people have gotten it by this point by now. Like I've gotten it, a couple of other people I know have gotten it. But still, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, Another thing, you guys want to talk about that Roller Coaster Tycoon spiritual successor
oh, what
game?
was that? What was that
Oh
again?
yeah. It was park something. Oh, what
Yeah,
is it
'cause I
called?
remember seeing the trailer for that.
Okay, at first I was thinking, like, what's the point of this? Planet Coasters kind of filled that niche, I feel like.
Yeah,
But
Mhm.
they did show off some stuff like some really like outlandish, like unrealistic stuff, like Ferris wheels with like dozens of Ferris wheels within them. So, okay,
Yeah,
so like stuff like that looks fun. That might be interesting enough
what about like a?
too.
I just thought of something. What about like a space, roller coaster sim?
like Sonic Colors.
Oh yes, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that could be cool.
That would be cool.
Someone get on that, or just make a
Now,
Planet Coaster DLC for that.
oh that yeah.
Yeah, that's my one thing with this. I feel like yeah, lean into that unrealistic gimmick. If they do that enough, I think this could get my interest. But at the same time, it's like
There's so many games that are out there that
there's
already
enough games
fit
to
this
fill this
niche.
niche at the moment.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
either go back and play more Coaster Tycoon 2, or I could play Planet Coaster already.
Four
Like
cities. I mean, not City Skylines.
well, I'm saying for like specifically like building a theme park.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Yeah.
if they lean into the super outlandish rides, that could be neat, just for the visuals at least.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. Uh, for me personally, when it comes to Gamescom, the only other game that I remember seeing that also piqued my interest was a game called Thigh Mesa. It's like Thymesa.
Yeah, yeah, I think I've heard
It's
of
a
this.
yeah. I think it was like during like the second or third day that they
Okay.
showed a quick trailer off for it. It's a action RPG Souls-like. It's kind of like Bloodborne, but with more plague doctors, and it kind of looks like the setting kind of looks like Bloodborne, but if every area also looked like the one swamp area from Demon Souls at the same time, like on top of each other.
Okay,
If the swamp from Demon Souls and the cities from Bloodborne were on top of each other, this is what the game looks like.
that could be cool.
Yeah, it looked neat.
Um, but yeah, other than that, any other games?
Uh,
I don't think I
I'm
have
good.
any.
I'm good.
Uh,
no,
One of
I think I'm good. Yeah. Like we said before, there was tons and tons and tons of stuff at Gamescom, and we're not covering all of it. We're just covering uh the stuff
essentially,
that
yeah,
piqued our interest or what was more important.
yeah.
yes.
Which could arguably what would be what piqued our interest, but if you watch all of that, like if you sit down and watch do all those trailers and all like that's those 7 hour videos, you'll understand why we picked the games we did.
Yeah.
But let's move on to from Gamescom to the Metroid Dread trailer we're gonna do first.
Yes. So they dropped another trailer for Metroid Dread. Uh, Lucas, did you get time to see this one or
Um, I don't think
You know,
so.
if it's not super long, you want to just play it in the stream.
I'd rather not.
Oh, really? Will Nintendo take us down?
I'd rather not risk it.
Yeah,
Fair.
I'll play it on mute right now. It's only 2 minutes, but you guys can start up the
Yeah.
conversation and I'll just pop in.
Well,
Yeah.
Craig's back. That's what I took from it. And there was a
Yeah.
big Chozo thing.
I wanted to give a spoiler warning before you started
Fuck,
spoilering
you're right.
stuff. It's like, yeah, actually, spoiler warning. If you haven't seen this trailer yet and you want to go into Metroid Dread blind, spoiler warning.
You know, to be
Sorry.
fair, Nintendo was putting all these on their Twitter without spoiler warnings, so
Yeah,
they just
so it's
posted a
not the
picture
end
of
of the
Craig.
world,
They
but
just
yeah,
posted a picture of Craig on their Twitter.
they did.
So,
You have to be like super sneaky to try and avoid these spoilers, but yeah. Um, the trailer looked fucking awesome.
it does. Oh man, Dred's like actually looking really polished and cool, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
for just from the minute I'm in right now, it looks really crisp. I just saw like the first glimpse of gameplay that was just not cutscenes.
Mhm.
Whew, it does look really good.
Oh my god. And like the new abilities look so awesome. Can we like talk about new Metroid abilities for a minute?
it's
I just
weird.
I just saw Metroid like scanned all the enemies and then rockets shot out.
They're not Metroid.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Samus. You mean
Sam.
Samus, but he was just doing the bit, you know.
I,
You in
or,
Metroid you
or
play as a
or
Metroid and you hunt
or
down
Lucas
Metroid.
fulfilled the prophecy
Yes, I fulfilled the prophecy.
of calling calling Samus Metroid.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, the lock-on multi-missile attack looks so cool.
yeah,
I can only imagine how you could use that to traverse the new areas by like
yeah.
shooting like 5 locks at once.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's so much cool stuff.
There was the dash ability that looked fucking sick.
Oh yes, I
A
just saw
basic
that.
a basic double jump. Just
Yeah.
that's something little, but you know that
Honestly,
adds a
that
lot to
that's
movement.
great because like it takes a really long time to get the space jump. So getting like a double jump before getting the space jump will not only make the space jump probably feel better, but will
Mhm.
also make it so that you have some kind of vertical power up that isn't just the high jump boots before
Yeah.
getting the space jump, which basically lets you fly across the entire map.
So this will let you sequence break in other crazy ways.
Oh yeah, they already confirmed sequence breaking will be in it.
Yeah. So I'll look forward to that.
The
Can't wait to
fact
see the
that
speedruns
there's
for this.
yeah, and like can we just talk about the Chozo in actual Chozo power armor?
That is pretty nuts. Like, I thought the shows were extinct. I'm story-wise curious.
I mean, they could still be extinct, and this is just an X parasite clone.
Yeah. That's probably where they're gonna go, like it's some sort of clone.
I could totally see that being the case. I could also see them like tricking you into thinking it's an X parasite clone, but it's actually a real Chozo.
Yeah. But I'm intrigued. Either way.
Yeah, and Kraid.
Great. He's
I
back.
wonder if if it is actually Kraid, or if it's just like a different one of his species. You know, could just be that. It's like
Um.
Kraid's sister.
Yeah, it could be. They were all like chained up and stuff. So
Yeah,
like are all Craids evil?
yeah, like all how all dogs go to heaven.
Okay, all Craids go to hell or to Norfair. This is
It's
where you fight Kraid, right? The original.
I don't remember. I think
Okay.
that might have been. I don't remember.
Either way, uh, it could just be a regular Kraid. Ridley's come back how many times now?
Yeah,
Just well, Ridley's going to be back, right? Have they confirmed Ridley at all?
no, but
He'll be
he's
back.
obviously gonna be the final boss.
Yeah,
They're gonna do it.
that's it's like yeah, of course.
Yeah, it does look really good. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, Sam.
I still need to pre-order it. I think I'm gonna pre-order it at GameStop. Get that pin set.
Ooh, hints.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what was there else in there besides.
I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, what else was there of note?
I'm not too sure.
I know there was like a Dread report. Oh wait, there was they showed off a bit of the speed booster ability, you know, where you're dashing and running through stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just a fun little thing.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good. I haven't played too many Metroid games, but this one looks really good and sparked my interest a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, Sam. Well, I mean, I've played Metroid, but I'm
Yeah,
I'm excited. Very. They've they've stepped up for Samus Returns. I did not like Samus Returns that much. I thought it was like
it was
fine.
fine.
It was fine. It
I
just felt
feel
kind
like
of low
most of that
budget.
game's problems or can be summed up to it's a remake of Metroid 2.
Yeah, although like I
Most
said,
of its problems were because of Metroid 2, not because of,
yeah,
the
I think I
team.
had presentation issues with it as well, though.
I
Like,
can blame that on being on the 3DS. I
yeah,
think this looks great.
Dread's stepping that up a lot. This looks a lot more polished, and
Yeah.
this looks like a real new main series Metroid game.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to move on then?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything else we got? Anything else we want to say about Metroid Dread?
Well,
All right. And our final topic that we're talking about is some more news that was released for Elden Ring.
Yeah.
We got some
So,
new pictures too we can show ya.
yeah.
ooh.
Got a couple new
So,
ones. So where do we want to start with?
so basically what happened was um Bandai Namco had a bunch of people press, people and a couple of big name Dark Souls YouTubers. Got them all together and they, on a Discord call or something. And they showed them a 16-minute gameplay trailer for Elden Ring, just like raw 16 minutes of gameplay. Um, and they didn't show the trailer just off at Gamescom, you know,
Right.
and instead
Uh,
they just like put a short embargo on that and just like you can talk about this in like 2 weeks, and then they like release some images to go along with it
Right.
instead. So they're probably gonna potentially show that trailer off sometime later in the near future. But the thing
Possibly.
is, it's just kind of weird because they're just like, okay, go tell everybody about the 60 minutes you saw, as
It's not
opposed to
too weird
just.
of a practice,
It's not.
honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's like they do this shit. Other stuff does it, but it's still kind of dumb. It's like you could just show off the 60 minutes of
It's
the
a slightly
trailer.
outdated idea, the closed door stuff, but I'm not gonna say it's super weird.
Yeah,
It's kind
I
of
don't
a
know.
it's
I
kind of
think it's stupid.
a unique way to market a game like this.
It's a bad way to
Well,
market.
it's not unique.
It's not unique, and it's also not good. It's dumb.
Yeah,
Just release the
plenty of games
fucking.
do closed door like press releases,
You're just giving clicks to the fucking news outlets.
which is the point.
Nah. But it's like so basically, and then they reported on the 16 minutes they saw, and so we got some new tidbits and of information because of that.
Mhm.
Couple things to note. One, they brought back dual blades from Dark Souls 2.
Those are the Darth Maul weapons. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, the twin blades.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
this picture we have up currently is the one of the pictures of the twin blade.
yeah, you can see the
It
guy
looks
holding it.
really cool. I like the fact that it's super long,
Hmm.
and it looks like the actual blade that's on top is significantly bigger in respects to
No,
like,
I think they're both the same size.
oh, it could just be the quality of the picture. To me, it looks
Yeah.
like the bottom half blade is like more of a thinner blade.
No, they look about equal.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, there's a couple of 10 bits of information. We learned about there are these mini bosses called field bosses that are essentially just scattered across the world.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And apparently, killing them will spawn in a checkpoint, which are called like grace lights.
Okay.
And those are effectively your bonfires.
Okay. So that's how it works. So you kind of
Yeah.
kill like mini bosses to get your bonfires. That's
Yeah.
how it
Did you
works.
not look into this at all?
I did, but I did it completely. You know.
Okay.
You know.
You
Get
just
everything
expect
done.
me to remember and regurgitate all the information for you?
Yes, he's the baby bird. You're the mother bird. You
Oh,
went out and
Yes.
got the food. Now you have to regurgitate it to him.
Yes.
really do be like that.
Do be like
Okay.
that.
So, trying to remember all the fucking shit now.
I like the fact that you can ride on your mounts now. Like you can ride on mounts and you can like you almost have like a Pegasus now.
Yeah, it's a spirit horse.
I just like the fact that you have mounts in general. Oh, did we say
Yeah, I
that like
agree.
in between every non-combat like zone you have infinite sprint pretty much now?
Yeah.
That's very
So,
convenient.
yeah, you can run if it won't like consume stamina. So this one already has a one up on Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
That is really annoying. Now I remember back in Breath of the Wild,
It
man.
was annoying in Dark Souls too cuz obviously this is just
Dark Souls
as
is a much smaller world, so it's not too big of a deal. There's gonna be a lot more
Yeah,
open world.
it's still annoying
yeah.
if you're running a heavier build
That is
Yeah.
true because wearing high equip load items just makes your character slower and consume more stamina.
and your dodge rolls are just good janky.
Yeah, it's because you're fat rolling.
Yes, fat rolls. There we go. You're fat rolling. We're not fat
Yeah.
shaming here. Please don't mistake this for fat shaming.
No, no, fat rolling is like the official term.
Yes. But
Um,
yeah, those were a few things that we
yeah,
wanted
I'm trying to
to.
remember all the other
Just
shit.
more random information.
No, there was a lot of stuff. I'm
They
trying to
need
remember.
they need to add the weapon that Renekton has in this game. That blade where like you have the handle, but the blade is pretty much like a half circle all the way around. Like that would be such a cool concept for a weapon. You
I
could
have
like
a few weapons similar to that.
yeah, but just the size of it, like just a giant like you would have to dual wield it, and you can like it. It obviously would be slower, but like it has sweeping effect. It would hit hard. It's got to be a big ass sharp blade, so it would do a lot of damage, and you could throw it.
What?
Yeah, you could throw it. You could spin
You
in a
can't throw your
circle.
fucking weapons in Dark Souls.
We're not talking about Dark Souls. We're talking about Elden Ring. We don't know
You
we don't
can't
know.
throw your weapons in Elden Ring.
He's saying you should.
Yes, we
Oh,
should.
I just remembered. Speaking of that, they talked about the stealth and mechanics and stuff like that,
Okay, go ahead.
which is a lot more in this game. There's a lot more stealth elements.
Has a
More-
Souls
more
game had it
sneaking.
beyond just using like the spook spell? Really?
No, but Sekiro did a lot. So they're
Okay.
implementing a lot of elements from Sekiro into this.
That makes sense.
You know, and they also apparently there's sleep arrows.
Fun.
What does that mean? Streets.
So you sleep arrows, so you can shoot an enemy with a sleep arrow, and it will put them to sleep, and then you can sneak past them and shit.
So I can play this like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3
Yes,
now. Sweet. Okay.
you can finally go like a full-on rogue build and go full stealth.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down.
They talked more about the summons, and they talked more about the online. Apparently, currently invasions are only like doable if you have a co-op partner summoned.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
they also said that that's not finalized.
Okay.
So I think they want to put that information out there and then see if enough people complain about it. And if
Yeah.
enough people complain about it, then they won't go through on it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
You know, they wanted to judge the community's response to it.
Which is good. They want to.
Yeah,
They want to know.
which makes sense. Yeah.
This is another one of those games where like, I want them to do it right. Like
Oh,
even
yeah.
though it already looks fucking phenomenal from everything we've seen, the graphics, the gameplay, like it's the Souls like, it's gonna be good, but I just want it to be like, perfect in every aspect, in my
I
opinion.
think it is. I think it's
really-
going to be amazing.
Just
yeah.
judging by from what we've seen, like it really is like, one of the most anticipated games.
It pretty much is
Yeah.
like the most
Yeah,
anticipated.
What is
yeah.
release date again? Actually,
It's like
blank to my-
January something.
Okay, so. Okay.
It's like late-ish January.
Okay. It's not too. That's not too.
Um,
That's super far then.
It's
Yeah.
not. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm surprised they didn't just release the fucking gameplay trailer. It's like now is the time to release more information.
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if we see something else in another month though or so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they just do drop the gameplay trailer in September.
Yeah, like
It's
end of
still
September,
possible.
beginning of October. I wouldn't be disappointed. But if they wait till like literally a month or so before the
Yeah,
gameplay,
if they wait till
the ga-
December to like really start dropping info.
I would kind of be disappointed.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
weird. And I'd just be like, why do you take so long? Like, I
You know,
wanted
the game comes out in like 5 months. You know, now is the time to talk about it.
I definitely
You
think.
know, I don't know why they didn't just drop the gameplay trailer at Gamescom. Like even if it was a shorter version of it, you know.
Who knows?
Yeah, like even if it was like a minute or two, like some of these trailers were less than that. Like they wouldn't have been bad.
I mean, we got a 4-minute trailer for Doki V.
Exactly.
That trailer lasted forever.
I don't know.
Uh,
There's just this game looks really good. I really cannot wait.
Yeah. Trying to
5 months.
remember
5 months seems
any
so
of the
far.
new info on it. There was like a hub world area that your NPCs will gather at. You can fast
So your-
travel at
your
any point in
Firelink
the
shrine.
game.
Yes, your Firelink Shrine
Yeah.
for this game.
And... Oh yeah, the maiden, the level up maiden.
Oh right. Can't forget
Yes.
about her.
Apparently, she has like a scar over one of her eyes. I want to say she
Like-
has like blonde hair.
Like the Demon Souls one, they got.
Nah,
They don't-
she's just got a scar over her eye.
Just
She
a
doesn't have like an
sky.
eye patch. She just has a raw scar over her eye.
She's not Pancake Guy.
No, like right before the game was made in their universe, she got sliced.
Okay, yeah.
It's still fresh. It's still fresh.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Just
Probably
remember
not.
the Demon Souls one where she has the messed up eyes and they look like pancakes in the PS3 game.
Well, she was wearing bandages over him.
Was she?
Yeah.
I went crazy. Well, okay, those bandages look like pancakes then.
Yeah. That's why I'm like confused. It's like she was blind. She had bandages
Yeah.
over her eyes. But yeah. So apparently you can just summon her whenever you're at like a bonfire or the
Hmm.
the grace light equivalent.
Oh, I just
Okay.
checked it. She doesn't have bandages. Her eyes are covered in wax.
Yeah.
They made it in black. Okay, that's why they look like that. I double checked. I did
Okay.
it.
All right. Anything else?
uh, no, just more random info, really. Just at
Yeah. There was
this
there was a
point,
lot more
I
info.
don't need more info for Elden Ring at this point. I'm sold enough. Like,
We just
just come
what the
out.
only info we need now. If you're
I just want
listening,
to
the
watch the
developers
fucking
for Elden
trailer.
Ring, please just release some gameplay. It needs to happen. That's the only thing we need last. We don't need any more sneak peeks, no more random announcements about it. I mean, you can, but it's not that. We need to see the gameplay. We need to see
Yeah.
what we're getting in 4 months, for 5 months. Cause like, oh my god, it's nerve wracking for me at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for me.
I can't remember anything else
I
Uh,
off the
think
top of
I
my
think
head.
we hit everything. I don't remember. I can't remember anything else. Like I'm rewatching. I think we covered
it's
everything that
only
was.
16 minutes, right? They couldn't have spoiled the entire game to them, I assume.
No, but we got a lot of insight on a lot of the mechanics.
I'm sure a lot of people have seen what we're talking about,
Yeah.
so they can just agree with us on how amazing this game is going to look and
Yeah.
be.
Woo.
And if you do agree, drop some comments down below so we can get some hype. Elden Ring, let's go. It's Elden Ring.
Schmoo.
Yeah. All right.
But
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
are we done?
Yeah,
Yep,
let's
we're
wrap things
done.
up then.
All right. Thank you, anybody who stopped by and checked us out. Make sure to go follow us on our other platforms on YouTube, Substation Gaming. We got our Twitter, our TikTok, and of course we stream on here every. It's gonna be changed to Sundays now, because Ricola and I
Reasons.
have school
Schedule
obligations.
change.
School obligations.
It's a
So
schedule change.
we're gonna be doing Sundays at around 7.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks for anybody tuning in. We're gonna post this on YouTube, so check that out if you missed it here.
You're
And don't forget,
probably watching it on there right now. You're
yeah,
hearing this.
yes,
That's the way you said that. It's like you're like staring at them through the computer screen, like you know they're
yeah,
watching on YouTube right now.
we see you. But
No.
yes, please, if you like what you're seeing, drop a subscribe, drop a follow. It really means a lot. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.
Good night.